call it swag, some call it cockiness, some call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got it in the middle. It's Hendricks. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. So it's not just a strong running game. The Dogs can be dangerous with those weapons up top.
And I think when you've seen Georgia really dominate in college football over the last several years, it's because they've been more aggressive, more willing to throw the...
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position.
What a start by this defense. That is exactly what you need, man. They've been a little bit hit or miss. They've been a little bit up and down. But to start the game on a high note, get the good mojo going, great start for this defense.
Looking for the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Tigers. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And he's not going to take the touchback. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Leaves it with the back. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Let's take a little step back and have a look at Georgia. And what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the two top teams in the conference. These might be two of the better teams in the entire country. These two teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup, regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams in the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. Motion from the back. Caught in the backfield, it's Tamatova. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Big part of the offensive game plan is yards after the catch, but none available there.
I like the idea on offense of trying to spit the ball outside quickly and see if your guy can make something happen in space, but give the defense credit. They rallied to the ball, got him on the ground.
Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
How about the linebacker breaking on the football, seeing the quarterback, the ball comes out, he moves right to where the ball's going. Nice anticipation, and swats the ball to the ground.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. At the 40, there he goes. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
Turning it on. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24 in this defense. Its head is spinning. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21. Here's why this one's so much fun, guys. Early in the season, sort of a proving ground type of game for a couple of squads that believe they could win it all.
And we've heard so much in this offseason, right, about both of these teams and top 10 teams preseason. Now you get a chance to prove it. Like, now you get a chance to see who are the dudes on the squad. These are always fun early in the season, Jesse.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to find out what these teams are about because we've seen both teams beat up on weaker competition. We know they're both very talented, but let's see good against good and find out what they are.
They'll move the wide receiver. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
The Tigers come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Oh, he's got some space. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
The RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
Got it in the middle. It's Barber. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Dumps it off in the flats. They'll get him out of bounds and mark it at the 21.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun, they'll run it. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he's stopped at the 18.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Final play of the quarter coming. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? They fought to a standstill in the 1st. Let's see who gets the edge early in the 2nd. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And with that, they've taken the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Oklahoma rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that produced 4 winners of the award between 2003 and 2018. Fun one in the Big 12, man. They generally are, as the teams there continue to jockey for bowl position.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They'll go to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The give out of the gun. A stop and pull maybe gets a yard to the 34.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Bully ball on 3rd and short. They make the tackle, but he's got enough to give Georgia a first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm a defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. And the Bulldogs are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads it left. It's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game, they are on their feet, yelling, screaming. Now, listen, we can't play all the words they're yelling, Reese, but they are an intimidating crowd.
Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Really nice play call there because the defense might have been thinking on 3rd and short in the red zone. They're probably going to run the football. Instead, they throw it, catch them off guard, and now they've got 1st and goal.
And the Tigers will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is the top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football against a really good defense.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown LSU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive.
Returner goes out of bounds.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Trying to get behind the defense. Finds a spot in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
I think you got to give the coaching staff a lot of credit, too. Even though this guy has thrown 2 interceptions, they're still calling plays and being aggressive in the passing game, letting him take shots, and now it's paying off.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top 2 teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we...
Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. You want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's going to run it across the 45. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a 4th down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And that might be the edge of his range, but he had just enough. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to throw on 1st down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They'll take this lead to the 2-minute timeout and see if they can tack on a little more before the break. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Snagged in the middle. It's Barber. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing there.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Not sexy at all, right? Just hand the ball to the running back. Could I pull it? Yeah, but I want to get that first down. Nice job understanding the situation of the game, going and getting the first down, and getting a fresh set of downs.
Hauls it in. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
These are simple routes, the drag routes that go across the field, but they actually can turn into huge plays. You see all the speed on the outside now at wide receiver. You get it in his hands quick, he can go make a play, make one guy miss, and maybe next time he can make an even bigger game.
Got his man on the right. They'll stop him at the 46 after a 5-yard pickup.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Jukes his way for more. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. LSU right back to the line. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Owens. The offense will quickly use the timeout.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Dumps it to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. Not enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So now with 1st and goal, let's see what LSU does here. Now on the option. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown LSU!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the first half.
And he's going to bring this one out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Floats it out in space. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. He makes the tackle at the 33 after a pickup of 5. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. They'll immediately call timeout. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. They go to the wide receiver screen. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Dogs will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Breaks into the open. Good pickup there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Open space at the 25. Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll run it on first and goal. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Wants to go up top. Here comes the heat. He has kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1.
You love that decision if you're the head coach. You're trying to throw it in the end zone. Nothing's there. Good job by the quarterback, tucking it and running and just getting what he can get.
They keep nudging it closer, but now it's third and goal from the 1. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
And that's a good job by this defense, man. You drop back, you play really smart, play sound. Understand, there's not a lot of field to cover, and they couldn't fit the ball in a window. Good pass defense.
And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Very intriguing Big 12 matchup today, gentlemen. Here's a look at how it finished up. Colorado is going to enjoy the trip back to Boulder after a rock-solid performance. And you take care of business on the road, and you stack wins there at Folsom Field, and suddenly it's quite the resume. Big 12 football at its finest, gentlemen. Just when you think you have things figured out, a game like this happens.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out of the gun, the give to the back. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
Grab behind the line. It's Amatova. And this one will be stopped for no gain. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing him.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Handoff from the gun. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
It's great to have a physical offensive line that you can count on, that you can just lean on them up front and fall forward and get 1st downs. Man, what a comfortable, what a nice spot to be in if you're an offensive coordinator.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. And he gets the 1st down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. Georgia going up tempo.
And after that long completion for the 1st down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Now improvising. Throwing on the run. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And that is such an accurate throw. It's one thing to do it from the pocket when you have your feet set underneath you, but when you can get outside, off schedule, on the move, and throw a dart like that, that is just big time, and the offense gets a huge explosive play.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch, because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Stopped behind the line, and that's pretty much going to offset the gain on the previous play.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down.
Gets the back moving. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Tackled there by the defense.
By the receiver. Picks up 3. It's now 4th and goal.
A long way to go on 4th and goal. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. He's looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Past the 30. 10. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
Man, the offense rolls the dice. They want 6. They choose not to kick a field goal. They choose to be aggressive. And, man, do they make a big mistake. Throw the football, intercepted. Not only that, he takes it all the way back to the house. What a momentum swing in this football game.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this 3rd period with a big play. Guys, LSU has the lead here. This has been utter domination through 3 quarters, and the stats will back that up. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it. But you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback. And again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the 4th.
LSU Tigers will take over. 1st and 10.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. There have been few obstacles for this offense as they are starting to pull away here in the 2nd half, Jesse.
And this has been a dream game for this play caller, too, right? It's like anything that he's calling is working flawlessly.
Yeah, it's fun to be the offensive coordinator, but not the defensive coordinator. They have had no answers. It's been an absolutely miserable day trying to solve the riddle of this offense.
Snagged out of the air. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Now on first down from the 40. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's the pressure. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on third down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on third.
Wide receiver going in motion. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And how about that? The mindset of the offensive coordinator. You got a really big lead. You're sitting really pretty, but I think this is just about rubbing your nose in it and trying to make bigger plays down the field. But the defense finally got to stop, and they need some more of those and some big plays to get back in this game.
Good, right down the boulevard. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, fourth quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got to do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days, but that rain is coming to an end.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
It's complete to the left. Turning it on. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
On the run, still looking. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use his speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
Chunked it away just as he was hit. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
Didn't get nearly enough done on third down. He's brought down at the 31-yard line. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on fourth down. That decision will be questioned. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And this is exactly what you want to do when you're on offense. You have the lead. You want to chew the clock, keep the ball on the ground, keep that thing just ticking, Palmer.
They're just imposing their will, David, and that's something that we've seen, I think, all game. Up front, they've been the more physical team. They're the ones that's getting pushed and that's getting movement, and it's carrying over all the way here deep into the fourth quarter.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now facing a 3rd and long. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down.
I love the awareness by the defense there. 3rd and long, everybody in the building thinking this is going to be a pass. But up front, they were very, very aware that they might see run. And they did a really good job playing with their eyes. They rally to the ball, they get the TFL, and now they set up 4th and long.